What? Kansas State versus Kansas. Guess I gotta play with that. Do, do, do. Hello. Welcome in. I don't know what happened to the last live. Pepper Brooks! Hi! How are you today, girl? We are on beginning the week of Halloween. I'm excited. This is my jam. How are you, sweetheart? Amy G, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I am messing with my Dove Cross. Uh, I'm doing okay. I'm alive. That's a good thing, they say. I'd be even better if I knew how to work this TV. No time information. Okay, there we go. Yay. Now I can concentrate on you people. I have a few minutes before I start my day. It's so funny, people seem to think because we're in this community that we don't have jobs. I wouldn't be able to eat or feed my animals if I didn't have a job. I know that certain people try and say that we're paid by Soros. I'm still waiting for that check. Ooh, I will, Death Cross. Death Cross is on Twitch, and that's how we became friends. And he is a musician, and he writes horror metal. It is awesome. Sometimes you guys do gross things like eat MREs. Right, all the time. Amy, I was modding in my friend's chat, and this asshole came in, and he just already had assumptions, so I started assuming on him. He had a name Pokemon something. So I kept on telling him that he lives in his mom's basement, and he's like, yeah, you guys have no jobs. And I'm like, yeah, funny. I got a full-time job, and the person holding the camera owns his own business and home. So where's your argument? Where's your argument? I've already had the luxury of being able to stay at home while my significant other worked hard, and that shit got boring real quick. And then 2020, does anybody remember having to stay in? I was annoyed. I was okay the first couple of weeks. I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to be on the run so much and take a couple of week break, and I'm getting paid for it. And then it lingered on. Dude, you got a name with Pokemon? Something's going on. But yeah, they always seem to think that we don't work. And the ones that are trying to work and trying to put food on the table, they're getting kidnapped off the street. Imagine that. They went into Lakeview yesterday, meaning ice, and they pulled a man who was working his job. He was up on a ladder. People all came out screaming at him. Susan, proud single mother. What's game over? Amy Deafcross is a very good friend of mine. If you're on Twitch, look for him. He does some great content. I love that he still comes and visits me here on YouTube. Joko, cheers. Get my day started at my job. I know, shocking that I have one, right? Because apparently some of us are being paid by people. Not this girl. I wish. How's everybody's morning going so far? Am I a Karen? No. Are you? I will tell you, I do come with warnings. Bad dream come true. But that's only to the distinct few that deserve it. Crofty! Aw, look everybody! Everybody give Joshua a round of applause! He came out of his mom's basement! Oh, keyboard cowboy. Always wonderful to see you, Crofty. What I love, Amy, is people never look at my profile picture and they go by the fact that my name is Batman, and I'll get, hey bro, or hey dude, and then I correct them and I'm like, not a bro or a dude. But I play one on TV. No, I'm just a bitch. I'm not a Karen. I couldn't be that vile. Because I love you, Pepper Brooks. And if that's true, then we are living proof that people who disagree can still be friends at the end of the day. So I love it. Hello, Leon. Pepper Brooks is an amazing person. Me and her have had some wonderful laughs together. switch that over? You did not. Coffee time. I try. Some say they can't take me seriously because of my hair, but that's okay. No, but thank you for asking. Okay, yay. Now I can actually make my tea. I get to make two things at the same time, my coffee and my tea. Because being a bartender, can't drink because you have to gauge how drunk other people are. Not to say that my bartenders here don't, but that's on them. I like my Bassett license. Kind of taken away. It's how I earn my living. It's how I pay for the dog treats. Joker, good morning. So, girls got to do what a girl's got to do. Ah. Hope everything is going well with you and Callie, Joker. I'm assuming you're Callie, right? Because whenever I see you, you're usually around the Callie people. I wish, Pepper Brooks. But very awesome of you to say, my love. Where is... Oh. Compton, California. Moved to Arizona. Wow. What part of Arizona, if you don't mind me asking? Because my whole theory has been that I couldn't live in the desert because I wouldn't be able to go out until nighttime. Because I don't care what 120 dry heat feels like, it's still 120. I just couldn't do it. Air conditioning would be a God-given. Go figure, I'm a Mexican who wasn't built to deal with the heat well. But I don't deal with the cold here well either. Right? Trust me, I get it. I live in a climate that we get all 4 seasons. So, believe you me, I get it. But, yeah, that heat is too much. I'll have friends who actually live there. They'll send me messages and, like, I don't know. I think you guys are really warm in, like, our February and definitely our March. And they would tell me what the degree is. And I'm like, yeah, but in summer, you're 120. No, thank you. Correction, no suitor would ever be Batman approved. Angel has no say in the matter. Because as you can see, he is not here and he's supposed to be my number 2. I'm going to text him and he's going to be like, I didn't get a notification. Yay, D-Johns. I don't know what happened. I saw your messages and I stayed on hoping that it would correct itself and it never did. So I just restarted. So I've been trying. Barbara! I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hello, girl. So this Friday, at the Broadview Ice Facility, they're asking us to show up in our costumes. As you all know, I have a T-Rex. So I'm probably going to be going to Broadview on Friday for Halloween. At least I know Timu Charlie Kirk won't be there. He's busy in Portland right now, harassing people. But I'm sure he'll show up once the National Guard, if they're able to be deployed, because that's what that side wants. They want to come to peaceful environments and try to incite anger, because this kid, this tech bro, has number 47's ear. He sat at the Antifa Roundtable 3 weeks ago. And apparently he sucked so hard that one of the worst people ever, Nick Fuentes, also from Illinois, blocked him, he said. That's pretty bad when the biggest racist hates another racist. But the rich do eat the rich, so you got that. It was funny, yesterday I had messaged Broccoli and she's like, I swear to God, it's like you know when I'm walking in the door. She's like, are you stalking me? And I'm like, if I was stalking you, I'd be coming up to you, helping you through the door with the stuff you have in your hand. And these are facts. I love my beautiful broccoli. Thank you, Barbara R. I got 10 people and 10 likes. A girl couldn't ask for more. You guys are always wonderful for coming in and listening to me chat. I was talking about where I lived in Cicero when things went hazy. That's what D-Johns meant when she came in saying, now I can see you. I went live earlier and it died. I don't know what happened, but there's a video I had posted on my community page of a woman traveling down, and it's kind of hard to say an alley, but it kind of is, but there's parking because there's businesses on the main street in front. But in this particular area, there are alleys through the back of the apartment buildings, and this just happens to be a way bigger one. And this lady's honking the horn and letting people know in Berwyn that ICE was there, and then it flashed, or you see in front a guy running past and an agent running after him, and then 2 seconds later you see an ICE agent with a gun pointed at this lady in the car who's filming this. She's pregnant and she gets irate. You hear, I don't know if it's a family member or if it's her man, baby daddy, whatever, but he's like, don't do it, don't do it. And she's like, no, he pointed a gun at me. And I know what I would do in that instance. And I totally would be that chick going fucking 3 levels of the sheet crazy, because you protect your child. And these idiots are throwing tear gas into people's area who aren't even protesting. Logan Square showed that. So, I know for Portland, for us, I believe we have a 30-day stay on the National Guard being let in. And now our governor is forming a commission for all the stuff that's being filmed here and documented, so somewhere down the line, these corrupt motherfuckers can be held accountable for the chaos and violence they're spreading. There's a guy in Franklin Park who's dead. Dead. And then they tried saying that the agent was in danger and that the agent got sent to the hospital. And that this man had like horrible vehicle infractions on his record. And that he was a danger to society. Proven wrong. Dash cam, or the body cam footage came out. Showed that that same officer who was in danger, who supposedly went to the hospital with injuries, was sitting there telling the cop who had his body cam on in Franklin Park that he was fine. So they just straight up murdered that man. All he was doing? Dropping his kid off at school. And then I got even more mad. A couple of weeks ago, I read a story that his kids were put in foster care after that. Could you imagine having your whole world change and your father killed on the street by the government, people you should call to help you solve his murder, and then you're thrown into a foster home? Unfucking believable. Yeah, Portland, they agreed to let him in. So I was watching some protests some of the protests yesterday, and people I follow like Mercado Media. Keebler, I was having a great conversation with PDF about you and how much we love you. I hope you're doing well, honey. One, two, three. Thanks for having me in your live yesterday. And oh my God, now that I have your attention and you're not driving, what an adorable puppy. When did you get it? Boy, girl, what's the name? I need details. 1, 2, 3. That had to be the cutest thing I saw all night yesterday, and I needed that, so thank you. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to last night's live for 1, 2, 3. He has the most adorable puppy, right? Little dog for a little man. Is she a Chihuahua? Because 1, 2, 3, when I brought Cardi home, she was only 2.5 pounds. She was so small. She literally fit in my hand. And I was terrified of like stepping on her. She was so small, and she had these little ears that were folded down, and at first I didn't think she was going to have Pinky. Oh. I didn't think she was going to have the prominent Chihuahua ears, and as you people see, she grew into them. They're satellite dishes. Well, Pinky is very adorable. And you got to be careful telling Pink Taco that. He might think you're honoring him. And pugs, oh my God. 1, 2, 3, one of the most legendary dogs, little dogs I ever had the pleasure of meeting was my rest in peace mother-in-law. she saved a pug. Well, my sister-in-law saved it. My mother-in-law decided to keep it. But his name was Teddy. And he sang and he said, Mama. I swear to God, I wish I had videos. So what you would do, they have like a little snout. And when he was growling, if he trusted you enough, and he was growling and you moved his mouth, he would say mama. It was so funny. And if you went up to him and went, Teddy, what do? He would just start singing his little heart out. That dog was hilarious. When my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law found him and my mother-in-law decided to keep him, we bring him to the vet, right? And the vet tells her that he's only going to be like, I think 15 to 20 pounds. And that poor dog at death, because he lived such a good life, his belly touched the floor. My mother-in-law absolutely loved and adored that dog. And one day, my baby daddy, because my sister-in-law was an asshole, she used to tease him with her foot, so you had to watch how you moved your feet. And my ex was out in the garden, and he came inside from picking vegetables, and he was washing them off, and he moved his foot. And my mother-in-law's dog attacked his feet. He's like, what the fuck, Daddy? And my mother-in-law looks at him and goes, don't you yell at my baby. This is why I love and miss her. She was amazing. She told her own kid, don't you yell at me, hi, baby. He's like, well, Mom, he attacked my foot. And she's like, I don't care. You did something. Don't mess with my baby boy. She was very protective of Teddy. I wish you all got a chance to meet her. She was such a wonderful person. I swear to God, when my mom was killed at 18, she knew I was going to be lost, and she sent that woman into my life. Not many people can actually say their mother-in-law was their best friend, but my mother-in-law absolutely was my best friend, and I miss her every day. Every day. My ex, My mother-in-law is what kept me with my ex 3 more years than I probably should have been. I was terrified of losing her, and that was not the case. We spoke every day up until 2 weeks before she passed. She is a great person in my life, and if it was not for her, again, I would not probably be standing here. I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette because I'm technically open, but we're not a big bar on football. And it's the week of Halloween, so I'm sure people are taking their kids to Halloween things. I work during the day. 100% one. I'd rather hang out with dogs sometimes than people. In fact, I try to make a point to hang out with one of my friends who has some beautiful dogs and works with dogs for a living, because I absolutely love every single one of them. If you guys have been watching Duper Trooper lately, you get to see one of them, and that's Brenya. She is the sweetest Rottweiler ever. Her and Cardi, best buds, kibbles and bits. Right, Amy? I just look glamorous like this and have all this money and eat all this wonderful food because George Soros. Again, I'm willing to accept a check. If there's money being passed out, please. That's very cool, Barbara R. I live by a river, and I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So people will put pumpkins on their docks, and people can go on their boats and trick or treat. That's how they know which docks to stop at that have sometimes candy, sometimes treats for adults. That's cool. I wish Dijon's. My girlfriend who I stay with, her first kid, she wanted to have the baby shower on Halloween and have all of us dress up. But her mother-in-law couldn't make it to a specific date, so we didn't get to do it on Halloween. But that year, she went as a pregnant nun with a cigarette and a shot or an empty beer bottle or something in her hand. Her husband told her, "This is maybe the only time we can do this. Let's do it." So she did. I know, Amy. We can't have those lies being spread around. But look what our wonderful tax dollars go to. I'm so glad that I worked so hard for things I will never touch. Sometimes I have dogs come in here. There's 2 customers that bring in their dogs. There's this one lady who brings in her dog, and I believe her dog is a Shih Tzu, and her dog's name is Winnie Cooper. Has a whole name. And then there is this gentleman named Polly who recently saved a dog named Rhea. Rhea is so cute. She's a brindle. Don't even get me started on the roads here, Amy. There are potholes bigger than sinkholes sometimes, depending on where you're driving. And right now, infrastructure has been stopped here. They're building a addition of the CTA L track, and that had to stop. Yeah, there's some monster potholes here, especially with winter time. So they fill them during the summers and stuff. I don't know why they don't just repave, but they fill them. And when the plows are coming through, dig up the fill that has been put in there. So during the winter time, they can't do very much to fill those because the ground's so solid. So yeah, I mean, these roads are pretty old. As you can see the cracks. I don't know if you can see the cracks in the street right there. But it's kind of funny because I'm told from a lot of people that this used to be a vacation town. There was, at one point, this was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most bars in one town. Because there's really nothing to do here. Even for the kids. I mean, summertime you got the river with the fishing and the swimming and being on a boat with your parents. But there's nothing here for the kids. Nothing. We don't even have a park district in this town. So you have to outsource. Yeah, potholes are insane, Pepper Brooks. Hi, Gregory. How are you doing today, honey? Hopefully everything is well. And I don't know if I could ever live in Colorado, Pepper. You know, I mean, I already live in a cold climate. So if I'm leaving this climate, it's for warm. There's this one cool kid that's around the corner. Runs! That rides around on his little motorcycle. I know his family. His dad and mom are great people. And he just zips around town on that. I'm surprised he's actually not running around right now. So they might be doing something. I am excited though because his in-laws are coming in this week. Because I remembered he said something about Halloween that they would be here. Very good people. And when they're in town, the dad comes over here if the Bears are playing. And he will come and watch the games with me. Oh, Dad's truck's there, so I don't know where they are. Yeah, Dub Bears. I'm a Packers fan, so it makes my best friend very sad. Which reminds me. Okay, they play at noon, so I know I have to be here a little more early tomorrow because the person who leaves me on tonight is kind of a shithead and leaves me with garbage. So I have a lot more to do on my Sundays than I do my Saturdays. Oh my goodness. I am not used to having to wear a coat. It was so lovely in summertime. And it was funny, I got a message earlier in the week telling me that we were in a warm-up. And I'm like, a warm-up? And I look, and it's like 50, 60 degrees. I mean, it's not 30 below. I'm sorry you feel that way. Go, Pack, go. Let me show you, Gregory. It's a very old bar. It's 100 years old. So this is where you walk in. This is the bar. We have gambling machines and a 75-year-old, let's see, a 75-year-old bowling alley. But in Illinois, we can gamble in places, and there's lots of these places around here now. You would not believe how many people sit here and throw away their money. It's cleanish, Gregory. It smells 100 years old. Pink Taco! Are you still mad at me? I sent you a message and you didn't even fucking answer me, fucker. I took the time out to even take the picture. But, very old bar. Pink, you're missing everything. Don't tell him, Juan. Don't tell him. Oh, snap. Right in the gutter. Oh, my God. So many people. Runts. I, over the summer, was claimed to be Pink Taco. I had to make a whole video about having a pink taco, but not being Pink Taco. Right in the gutter again. BatMan sucks. Pink Taco has been so many people. Even if we don't leave the door open, Amy, Pink finds a way in. We could have said proverbial door locked, and he'd still lockpick it and still come in and say, "I'm here, bitches." Son of a biscuit eater. Leave the girls alone. Pepper's always correct, Pink. Even when Pepper's wrong, Pepper's right. Oh, shit. I knocked over two. How heavy is this one? Because I don't like the finger holes in that one. Oop. Do I have to reset it? So this is so old that when it doesn't reset, you hit a magic button and there you go. I wish, Amy. Oh, snap. Look at that, Batman! Pink? That's not how you keep subscribers. You unsubscribed to me. Oh my God. Look at that. Pink, are you on the warpath again? Yayo! Hope you're having a good Saturday. Ooh, I clipped it. He's feeling some type of way, Amy. You never know with Pink. Yeah, dude, you were tying one on last night. Ay, ay, ay. He had a lot of muscles. Pink taco, everyone. Pink taco. For me it is. But we do things differently here. Shut up! We do things differently here. We charge $20 for an hour and $2 for each shoe rental. Okay. That's as good as it's going to get for Batman. So, we have an old thing here. This turns on the lanes on and off. It is pretty cheap compared to other places, Gregory. I guess other places charge per game and they have a limit on how many people you can have. As long as you're not trying to put like an insane amount of people on one lane, we really don't care. It's your $20. Oh, it's hard at times, Pepper Brooks, especially where I work right now. Especially where I work right now. Because I don't bowl often, Keebler. It's been a while. But being around all this fine stuff, I'm a champion. Oh, girl. Things can get lit here. So are you ever going to answer me, Pink, on my message that I sent you? Because I'm deeply wounded. Yeah, it totally shows. I am not a bowler. I sent you a message. You never responded. I was dying when I saw that message. In fact, when I took that picture, I made a sticker of it. It was fucking hilarious, and you missed it because you're ignoring me. Rosy things. Trying to prop this. Oh shit, Pink's here. Yeah. He's on his cycle. His PMS cycle. Should I start throwing chocolate at him? What cycle are we talking about, Amy Gonzalez? Why, hello, Kurt.
I came in for my car fix.
Well, thank you. I enjoy you coming in for your fix. I have a nice cold beer for you, sir.
It would be a light beer from Miller.
It would be. It is our best year, 2005.
And now with the highlight, it had to be in 1903.
1903. None of us were alive then, Kurt.
Well, look on the highlight file.
Is that what it says, 1903?
Since 1903.
Oh, funny.
If you get a bottle that says anything other than 1903, it ain't a real one.
It ain't a real one. You know, it's funny you say that. I had a Serbian friend who, when he went back to Serbia, he didn't realize how much importance his cigarettes were, because they have generics, but they're weird generics, and they're black market cigarettes sometimes. So they were all excited when they saw a real pack of Marlboro cigarettes. He's like, I brought a carton with me, it was gone in 3 days. He goes, I don't smoke that much.
Cheapest carton of Marlboro I ever bought. It was on the BX at O'Hare Airport.
Duty free store?
20 or $2 a carton.
I
Buddy was in the Navy, we'd go there on his card.
used to, when I would go and visit my best friend, the duty free store on the base.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous in how cheap it is. When I started smoking, they were only $2.50 a pack. It was lunch money. Now they're almost 14.
No.
Yeah.
When you were smoking Marlboro, how long you been?
I've been smoking since I was 12. So,
They were getting expensive when they hit 50 cents a pack.
I never saw that luxury. I was always amazed, though, that how I could get cigarettes easier as a kid than I can as an adult now.
I just remember going there and getting a carton of cigarettes for $2.
Wow.
Marlboro Red. No tax stamps on them anywhere. No.
Very cool. Yeah, I wish. Instead, I'm struggling to pay for a pack of cigarettes daily. Because I gotta eat in between. And that's getting harder to do, too.
I smoked those.
Yeah.
I paid $27.50 for 2 packs.
Yep. I like those because they last longer, but
Yeah.
I hate those because they don't come in hundreds.
100.
It'd probably take you an hour to smoke 100.
I smoke a lot less of them.
Yeah.
I smoke a lot less of these.
I smoke a lot less in the winter compared to
First
summer.
of all, if they made these at 100, you'd be hard pressed to get any smoke out the first half an inch.
I have to smoke outside, so in the wintertime I smoke very little. One pack actually lasted me a day and a half, and that's rare because it's been cold at night. So it's like, do I really want to go outside and smoke that cigarette, or do I just want to curl up with my dog?
I buy 2 packs on Saturday, Monday, and Thursday
Okay.
a week, so that's 6 packs. This time of year, colder it gets, I still buy them the same. I've ended up leaving winter with like 12 packs of cigarettes in my car. So. Because at 6 a week, I'm smoking less, I'm banking them.
I hear you. I hear you. So you coming in to try your luck?
Well, I might gamble while I'm here.
Okay. Well, I hope your gambling pays off, my love.
I'm sorry I didn't see you last week, but it was good to see Sandy.
Yes.
I haven't
Yes.
seen her for months.
I thought of you in that moment when I knew I wasn't going to be here. I was like, I hope Kurt doesn't come in and freak out that it's not actually me. But Sandy is a beautiful surprise.
Yeah, well, I've known her longer.
Yes, you have. And she's very loved here.
I'm going to go browse around over here.
Okay, sir. Hopefully you find some things you like. Like winnings.
Well, I like winning.
I like winnings for you. All this talk about nicotine, I'm going to go out for a cigarette, so you enjoy.
This was give me money.
Ooh, bright light, bright light. Oh my goodness, it's so dark in there. Hello, L Wolf. Sorry, I was paying attention to the customer. He usually comes in on a weekly basis. I don't hate it. I could be doing worse things, Gregory. I could be doing worse things. I am happy to be gainfully employed, though some people seem to think that I don't have a job. I wish. Yes. You can't get me wet, and you can't feed me after midnight, Amy. They are, Rosie. I have some pretty good regulars. I have a 98-year-old customer that still drives that comes here. I absolutely love and adore him. We watch Packers games. So, I'm waiting to see one of my regulars because they're not having a good moment. I want to see... I heard she told my girlfriend's husband, but I want to see her and hug her and tell her that I'm there for her. She's a nice person, and it's kind of sad watching her suffer. And then I got horrible news yesterday from one of my friends. Okay, I can't look at it right now, but thank you. Was it not worth the look? One of my favorite bosses ever. He's not going to be around in a year. And I kind of broke down yesterday after my girlfriend told me. Because this man meant a lot to me. And he kept food on my table. And the fact that he's not going to be here in a year breaks my heart for his family, his children, who absolutely love him. I even have him in the back of my head telling me I'm fired. That man fired me at least like 10 times a day. He'd walk in and he'd just look at me and he's like, "You, terminated." It was one of the funnest jobs and one of the places I felt more like family than it did coworkers, and I'm still very good friends with all these people to this day. So, very sad to hear that he's not doing well at all. And I'm waiting for him to post so that way I can reach out to him and tell him how much he meant to me and my kids and my family, and how much he meant to the town that he worked in for many years. He comes from old school. He started at a job in high school and then elevated to the store manager before it closed, and then got the blessing from Mr. D to carry on his family recipes and tradition and open another store, which flourished until 2020. And then he had to close down because the people that he was serving were no longer living in the area. The kids moved out. So oh yeah, definitely those mountain fuckers. Stay away from them. The mountain people. You haven't run across the mountain people yet, Rosie? They're an interesting group. Hopefully you never. One of them called Broccoli a bitch. Farthest from the truth, one of the nicest people on YouTube. Come not to smoke with me?
I think I got part of a cigarette right here.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, these were 100.
They would last forever. I smoked them for a little bit because they do have menthol, but yeah, they're just too short.
These smoke longer than those.
100%. 100%.
I mean, the short one.
I'm wondering if they use the technology. My mom used to smoke the disgusting Moore cigarettes, those long brown.
Yeah.
They worked in a pinch, but not well. But I think they use the same thing because back then, those burned slower than any other cigarette. And those were like 120s. Those were extremely
The
low.
Moores were like 120.
Yeah.
And who was Chesterfield had the 101? A silly millimeter longer.
My mother-in-law, rest her soul, smoked Pall Mall non-filters. I don't know how she did that stuff.
But this is 100% pure tobacco, no additives, no other chemicals. Tobacco, paper, and a cotton filter.
Yeah.
100% biodegradable.
Right. One thing I liked about them, for a while they were passing out little pouches that you could stick your cigarette butts into.
Yeah.
I don't like throwing them on. I have to clean this on Tuesday, so Sandy has a nice Wednesday, and it's disgusting. I just did it this Tuesday, and you can't even tell.
Jeff don't care, and Jeff doesn't care.
Yeah. I try to do my part not to leave garbage around, though.
I try not to, but
it is what it is when it's cigarettes, right, Kurt?
I'm gonna say that part.
Yeah, I totally don't know, Wolf. Fuck those trolls. Those trolls are sitting at a keyboard, sitting there talking smack about me. We had a bucket out there, Rosie, but it got thrown out. And now there's nothing, and there's just cigarette butts all over the place. My boss tried doing something nice on the side by putting some rocks and stuff to make it look nice. Gregory definitely goes out there sometimes, El Wolf. It's pretty cool. Hey, El Wolf, since you're here, any updates on Richard? Has he been released? What's his condition? Have you heard anything? Because that was just chaos. I'm telling you. You guys need to get the body cam footage. That's what proved the thing in Franklin Park. I don't have number 2 in here, but Pink. Pink showed up. Now, hopefully this won't be on blast.
And get into the end zone. So Avery Johnson is showing all the tools that we talked about in pregame to being one of those elite quarterbacks in this time.
Jalen Daniels going to refocus. Let me refocus as well. Quick correction from the pregame show. I mentioned that a Kansas staffer was fired in connection to that pocket knife incident. It was inaccurate. I was given information that crossed some wires. I just want to set the record straight and make sure that we do what we love. I got
In fact, it was funny. Pink was so offended that I was being called him. He's like, go in this chat at the same time, because they think I'm you. Again, I have Pink Taco, but I am not Pink Taco. I love my Pink Taco.
The left algorithm is approved for adults with bipolar 1 disorder with acute mixed or manic episodes. Unlike some drugs for bipolar 1 disorder, nausea, vomiting, and restlessness are not common with Fanapt. Fanapt may be associated with serious
Too much work.
elderly patients with dementia or
Fucking
psychosis treated with antipsychotics are at increased risk.
Oh my goodness.
Fanapt is not approved for elderly.
So are you guys going to be there when I go to Broadview on Friday as a T-Rex? I hope to see you guys there.
5% or more of people in clinical trials, heart rate decreases, dizziness, hypertension, weight gain, dry mouth, stuffy nose, sleepiness, and increases in liver enzymes. These are not all the side effects.
Trying to get my coffee. Who knew it'd be so dangerous? No, inflatable. It's awesome. Pink, go look at my shorts. I just got to make sure I have backup because I don't go there alone. But I might. I don't know.
Any car that doesn't offer the confidence that it will find you is a car that stops short of amazing.
That was in Portland. I will try not to, Keebler. I don't know if you follow Joe Cool, but he was hit with a pepper bullet.
And then, cranked down for the day.
What defines death? It's an invisible attack. Breast cancer excellence. It's brilliant minds united, targeting the source, igniting hope. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are.
Very. Thank goodness he had Freeman Liberty with him. He said that stuff was burning for hours. Where was I? I think that was when I was at Riot Fest. That happened.
What defines tough? It's an arrhythmia, a heart out of sync, pulses of energy, turning chaos into calm. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do, and who we are.
So I had a couple of great subscribers help me get my costume. I wore it last week. And I did a couple of cool shorts with it. I have wanted to have a T-Rex costume since I saw people just walking around doing normal things like getting gas and walking down the street with their dog. So now I get to live out my life as a T-Rex. I told my best friend, I was like, you know, I think my mom will finally be happy. It's the first year that I'm actually fully covered. My girlfriend was laughing when I told her I was grabbing the kids' guitar to do one of them. Rosie, she's like, "You're crazy. Can we get him a bacon costume?"
There's multiple national reports out that you're a possible candidate for the Penn State job. Your thoughts on that? How you handle your name being linked to that?
So we have that too, Pepper Brooks, but it's not working. A couple of days ago, in a part of Chicago, George Pavino was throwing a tear gas into the crowd at people. So it's happening here. There's a video of Logan Square where people are just walking and an agent rolls down his window, pops off the can, and throws it out into the crowd at people who are just walking. There was a 2-year-old baby in that crowd. That's hard enough for us to breathe in. Imagine what that did to that poor baby. They don't care. There was a building that they raided and they took everybody. They didn't care if they were citizens, whatever. They pulled everybody out of the building. This one lady saw kids coming out of the building zip tied together and she's like, "What's wrong with you people? Those are kids." The agent legitimately turned around, looked her dead in the face and said, "Fuck those kids." Where's the humanity? Right, Rosie? He's destroying the White House as we speak.
Hold on. We want 3 little chickens and fries. Sorry, 3 cheeseburgers with mayo. No.
And then there was video footage of the dog killer Christy Noem on top of the facility in Broadview watching the protesters.
But at least there's progressive to protect your own.
This is the world I live in right now. Oh no. Did I not? Huh. I could have sworn.
Can you believe this, man? Everyone's getting that. You simply say nothing on honor. Now they can help prevent crime before it even happens. How do we get beat with AI-powered outdoor cameras?
I could have sworn.
Agents of an intruder.
Stop. This is simply safe. Police are on the way.
Whoa.
I'm gonna check somewhere else.
So what about us now? Luckily, I'm pretty adorable. There's no safe place simply safe.
Oh, there it is. I was like, I know I brought that. Well, that's because he doesn't plan on leaving, Keebler. And that's the even more terrifying proverbial fly on the wall.
Do you wish you could split wood with his bare hands? And that he made the sex naturally drives sense of wood.
The gentleman in here right now believes in that. And one day he goes to me, he goes, "I know you're a liberal." It's like, okay. I don't even know. Am I muted now? Sorry. Oops. Let me get some more ice. Ah! Sorry about that, folks. Oh. Ooh, Kurt is ready for beer number 2.
For a long time to end that first half. You would be the team dictating earlier in the game, disguising pressures, confusing Jalen Daniels, especially at the linebacker level. You've still got plenty of confidence of your own to draw on from that first half. Josh rearranging, nice shot back in the hip pocket of his he bounces. He is smothered. No gain, third down. Alcorn Crowder already has a fumble recovery. Kansas trying to spread the formation and get the box count a little bit lighter. Trying to get him off and place that star nickelback position. And the difficulty of that when you talk to Joe Klanderman is you gotta fit into the run sometimes like that. You're that extra added bit of math to the defense to be +1 at the point of attack, and you force the third and 8. Wildcat trying to get a 3 now to begin this second.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the weak, right, Rosie? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hopefully he sees his beer. Well, I get one more bucket, but he. You're multi-talented. Yeah, they just have fun with that. I still think it was funny Rage quit his own channel. The guy's a nut job. They just mad that that we're not sister, brother, cousin, lovers. I don't know.
Running with the play. sees being trying to drag an inaccurate football back behind the line of scrimmage. Great job sorting through the trash by Todd, getting over in the picture. Lyric wrong.
Okay, I'll check it out when I'm done, Pink. Are you being nice to D. Johns? There's Lay's still claiming that stupid shit, Pink, that I'm you. Oh my dear Lord. Everybody's concerned who Pink is. I've heard Pink was Toe for Life. I heard Pink was me. I heard Pink that was, I think Chuck's even claimed to be Pink Taco. Angel, you guys said now they're claiming is Pink Taco. So many people. So many people. D. Johns is 100%, and don't think twice about saying that. Let's go into the beer room, because I gotta get some. I need a 6-pack of light, but I need an empty. There we go. Oh no, there we don't go. Still no Heine or 312, huh? Guess I gotta use this. Oh. 2, 4, 6. You know what? Mike hasn't come yet. 2 more of these. And I think that's it. We know he was Pink Taco. Broken system, broken tooth. And plus, Pink, you don't drink anyway.
Yeah, talking to offensive coordinator for Kansas, Jim Zabrowski this week. He's has his master's in mathematics. Math teacher. Asked him what he learned as a math teacher. Made him a better.
I'm gonna prop you guys right there because I gotta move beer. Limp basket. I'm still confused why that band has fans. I mean, West Borland's cool, but that's about it. Pink, is this one of your fans?
on Sundays you might say no passing situation here, but on Saturdays with Daniels, they might just be spreading.
You smoke judges.
Oh, the takeaways continue to pile.
That's awkward. Do.
It's not like the last drive we saw from Avery Johnson. They leave the ball behind his receiver.
Two. Oh. And goes over. What are you gonna do?
Just had his second career reception after Baylor Sawyer Robinson in the end zone in week 6. It's his second season in Lawrence with a touchdown.
Pink totally gets mad. What is going on? I'll let you boys work it out.
Once again, not getting the football in the spot where he feels like he's done his work getting out from in front of the opposing defenders.
Oh, he's got fans, Pink, for days. Did you ignite the mountain people? Pink, want to see something even more terrifying? Hold on. This is where the bear used to be kept. This cooler has been broken for months now. My boss says we don't need it because winter's coming and the dry storage room it will be good enough to keep the beer cold. In summer, it sucks ass. I mean, it's cool down here, but it's not cold cold. Huh. I guess we're finally out of Murphy's. What do you know? Yeah, it used to be up here, I think. Oh, there's some Murphy's. I was about to say. 1, 2. And 3. Do we know this person, Pink? Where's the... Oh. Amen to that, D. Johns. Whew. My oldest, his food bill, I used to joke it was cheaper to buy a cow because of the kid's milk intake. Jesus. Somebody named Josh came in here earlier, so that's kind of funny. Not paying child support, not taking care of their kid? What the fuck? Real men take care of their own. All I'm saying. Pink doesn't fanboy for anybody. People fanboy for Pink. That's why his name's in everybody's mouth and he's living rent-free in many's heads. Just saying.
Rice in motion. Johnson needs a yard. And he finds it. He wasn't looking for the explosive. He was looking for the first down. And he got down. That's a shotgun QB sneak right there. Clear everyone out. Try and give yourself the best box look possible. Great block, Devin Vass at the right guard spot. And understanding exactly what you need. We call that an efficient run. Up front. Move the chains. Put the to fall forward there, not to give himself up shy of the line to be. Rice the single back as Johnson steps up in center. A play style look. There's already something about this Kansas defense. Tommy Dunn Jr. holding the point of attack.
You finally got the notification? What happened there, Angel?
Just like with Kansas, anytime you see the quarterback up under center, everyone's antennas go up. And then you get that methodical run up front. It always feels like it's a setup. Again, in that game action later. What tight ends left?
I was wondering when you were going to wake up and join us, Angel. Be careful. I don't think Pink's had his coffee yet, Angel. He may choose violence.
Left guard and attacking this group on the front. What a story too. I mean, he was someone that this coaching staff visited in December.
Definitely, Rosie.
That was the home visit from
Did I?
He said this week. He's still with us.
So, Pink, I mean Angel. How are you today?
2022.
Sure seems like it if you came in here to troll him on my channel. Broken system, broken trust.
Helping them both pave the way on the ground and set up.
It's nice that you finally admit it.
Got them down to the doorstep. And the offensive line for Kansas State that plays so much better since that first 5 weeks. As much credit as we've given.
I mean, I love my pink taco. That's why I am very picky and choosy what enters it. Funny, it is funny though, the ones that get confused and think that they're gonna have that lucky shot. Guess again, motherfuckers. Trips me out. Hold on. You see that? People drive around here in golf carts. Okay. Really? That's your best troll? I don't even care if the Swifties come at me. That's your choice in music. Enough said. Enough said. You're probably in that few percentage rate that still think that Taylor Swift brought up Travis Kelce's celebrity. Right? What are we, 12? I know you are, Rosie. And I won't pick on you. Because you have a beautiful reason. That's something that you and your granddaughter bond over. So... They're lethal, Angel. They take people down. My girls come from the GER era, the 90s. Goddesses like Kim Gordon, Shirley Manson. Even people like Sarah McLachlan. That song, In the Arms of an Angel, what a beautiful song. She has a gorgeous voice. So my girls more scream than sing lovey-dovey songs, so, but I'm more into the screaming. So, again, I'm not picking on you, Rosie. I'm just confused. Oh my God, that you even say it that way is kind of cringe. It's called the Kansas City Chiefs. And if they were your second favorite team, you wouldn't be diminishing that at all. Nobody's calling, where is Russell Wilson? Pittsburgh. Nobody's calling that Sierra Pittsburgh. And she was a great singer. I loved Sierra back in the day. She had a beautiful voice. You know what, D. Johns? I'm still waiting for that girl. I'm still waiting for that girl. Because I want to be the mom that says I had 2 boys to get my girl. One of them's got to produce one. I'm not going to say that she's not talentless. There's a reason that she is the top entertainer. She's just not my cup of tea because that's not my genre of music. I'm into punk. I'm into hard rock. I'm into metal. I'm into death metal. What people call grunge or alternative. Whatever. Right. You know, I mean, and I get that. Because, you know, you look up a band named NoFX and you see Fat Mike in a dress with some kitten ears. I could see how that could be confusing to people, trust me. But I dearly love him, and I'm so sad that NoFX is no more. Fat Mike is legend. But he's my legend. He's not necessarily everybody's cup of tea. And see, Angel, you miss out, because how do you know? You're just automatically judging that I hate that. You don't try to even like it. You just call it noise. If it was noise, some of these bands wouldn't exist for 40 years. You remind me of the kids in school, the girls in school who would sit there and yell at me for not listening to Debbie Gibson and Tiffany because I was walking around with a Slayer shirt going, yeah, you can't understand what they're even saying. And how long are they going to be able to scream like that? I have to add my face to this one. 40 fucking years and still fucking going. Where the hell is Tiffany and Debbie Gibson now? 40 years. I love the blues too, Rosie. I bet that's kind of hard to imagine with the list of music, but I love the blues too. I got the pleasure of seeing Stevie Ray Vaughan the night he died. Eric Clapton, one of my favorite guitar players of all time. Eric Clapton's such a huge influence in my life that my cat's named Layla, and one of my kids is named after his kid that passed away that he wrote Tears in Heaven for. When I'm back home, is it Muddy Waters? I think it's Muddy Waters. Live 2 towns over from where I grew up. Aw, what song, Rosie? Is it one bourbon, one shot, and one beer? No, isn't that George Thorogood? But one of my favorite things to do, Rosie, and here's another surprise for you, is I used to love going to the Crossroads. Because they would bring Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother out. They would bring out John Mayer. They would bring out all kinds of musicians. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Aww, I love that. Yeah, Eric Clapton's written some of the most amazing music you will ever hear. And if you ever deep dive into him, which I have, I've read a lot of his books and watched a lot of stuff on him. When he was in Cream, they had to force him to be in the forefront. He didn't want to. He was like, no, I don't want to do that. And look at him. And I'm your lover boy. Yes, I know that song well. My ex was in a cover band that did a lot of southern rock and blues. Stevie was one of them. But yes, I enjoy the blues as well, Rosie. So see, we do have some common ground. We may not agree on Taylor Swift, but we agree on the blues. And, you know, it's kind of hard not to like the blues living in Chicago. There is a great bar that I think I showed it in my live this year. I don't remember. It's called The Watering Hole. It's on Western Avenue, right before Ogden. And one of the coolest blues bars you could ever go into at night, because they have old Chicago blues players coming in there, and not necessarily known people, just local musicians that have the love for Chicago blues. One of my favorite places to go. Yeah, they do. When I lived in Berwyn and Cicero area, there's a place called Fitzgerald's that's had a lot of great blues acts come through there. Known blues acts. And I grew up a town over from the most famous blues of blues, Blues Brother, Jim Belushi. When I'm back at home, I could take a trip and show you guys the house that he grew up in. It's still there. That's why it was awesome last week when I ran into those two guys who look like the Blues Brothers. I was like, I have to take a picture. And I'm like, can I take a picture of you guys? And they're like, sure. And then there was a lady who was before me. She was taking pictures with them. And she goes, do you want me to take a picture with you and them? And I'm like, hell yes. Probably so, Angel. Probably so. See, now you can't do a live saying that you have a pink taco, but you're not pink taco like I did.
Oh, what's this? The fan is running out onto the field and he's not wearing pants. The birds need pants? And the control room sensitive. I'll be paying for what you need.
Find a quarter.
KU supports community, creativity, Kansas.
All you can do is laugh about it, Angel, because we all know he's wrong. So he can keep on making those videos that you're paying, I'm paying. He's got like 200 and something subscribers that haven't climbed.
Every day, Kansas Jayhawks serve the world by creating better futures. The world is safer, healthier, strong because of what KU creates.
I gotta get back to my zip code.
You gotta get back to your foxhole.
Second, have what she's having. What is having?
What are you doing
Try
today?
that new spicy
Any
3
plans?
sauce. Start at
She's still
$13.99 and
working.
back for a limited
I
time.
gotta go home and
Old Navy presents Holiday
seed the
Down
backyard, overseed the backyard a second time.
with sweaters so merry and bright.
Before the snow hits. You got a lot of leaves back there?
The bird off last game, you said we got
Olive
2 weeks
Garden's
to
never-ending
overseed
pasta bowl
if
is
you
back.
want to Germany.
So first
Yeah.
round, get a
So
favorite.
I'm gonna do
Your
that.
go-to.
I live in a
Second
forest,
round,
literally and figuratively, so we have,
have what she's having.
do we have
What is
grass?
having?
No, we don't
Get
even
that
have grass.
third round
It's
of
just
breadsticks.
trees and,
Go for a hot take on our new
Trees
spicy
and-
3-meat sauce. You know, throw some spaghetti at the wall.
About it,
See what
trees
sticks.
and fallen
And try it
trees.
all with our never-ending first course.
At first, I told my girlfriend's husband, I was like, you know, you got a sweet deal here. You don't have to mow the lawn. And then that storm hit, and it wasn't such a sweet deal.
After Kansas was able
He had
to
to take out a tree that was extremely huge.
saw him locked up in coverage on the outside here. In the midst of that play, just pulls up, not able to put any pressure on that right leg. So certainly hope we'll get good news. But also to non-contact.
There you go, my love.
Just below 3 minutes to go.
Were the machines kind to you?
Third quarter,
think I'm up 40 dollars.
It's better to be up than down. And it's always better than a sharp stick in the eye, right?
You're paid for, you're paid for, I think I'm up 40.
And I'm paid for. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate our Saturdays together, and I'm sorry I missed you last Saturday.
Crashing down, respecting what Daniel Highshaw's done all day. And Daniel's not only calls his own number,
Because I look forward to seeing you too, Kurt. Like I told you when we first met, your name would always be the easiest for me to remember because it's my favorite rock star.
Cobain?
Cobain.
Even with the sacks that Daniels has taken today, he's at 54.
He got a shotgun.
So he's the leading rusher even if the Bucs win
That's
this.
up for skepticism. I think his wife killed him.
With a shotgun.
that is a stir.
Yes.
It makes them remove from the sport so these guys can be.
Oh, I think he died with a shotgun wound, whether it's him or her.
Yeah, I think she's behind it. Because if you look at a suicide note, it was more goodbye to music. And the very last two sentences were two different handwritings. Compared to what the note started off at. Not to mention one of the top forensics doctors that worked on the Warren Commission of Kennedy, so he knows his stuff, he's been around for a while, said that the amount of heroin he ingested, there would have been no way for him to be able to enact the gun and the activity to take his own life because he was out within seconds.
Well,
What they said.
the heroin was going to kill.
The heroin killed him first,
Yeah.
what I think, and they had to make it look good and shoot him in the head.
It's right off the head of Highshaw, who was running there with Desmond Purnell.
Too many weird coincidences. She would have gained more as a widow, which she did, than she would have in the divorce that he was getting ready to give her. People get crazy when money comes into play. They get very, very crazy.
Referee signaling looked like they got tipped at some point. Let's give OBI or some credit.
He says we get real crazy. Me, women?
No, I mean rich people. I will never know what that's like because I work here, Kurt.
47-yard attempt.
I won't know because I patronize him.
Right? On both the machines and the alcohol.
Yeah.
Last time out.
I can't believe how expensive things are getting now.
Prophet tells his story, I'll keep my mouth shut.
It is wild.
22 straight.
Well, I'm getting 2.5% increase on my Social Security this year.
I heard they were raising it.
Yeah, it was like 3.2 last year. Now it's 2.5.
Well, that's good.
No, I'd rather have anything over 3.2 last year. I'd like 3.5 this year. Instead of 2.5.
Oh, they went down. They went down.
And that's what we love about being here for the 120.
The government doesn't go back into Congress, there's going to be a lot of people hurting, and Thanksgiving is not going to be what it should be.
Once again led by the legs of Jay.
It's kind of scary.
And Thanksgiving's going to be what it is.
Defense.
I know I'm going to do a
Here, you're staring down the final minute and
a 12 or 15 pound turkey, and it's going to be my wife and my mom, or her mom and me.
that if Kansas State gets
Very
anything out of
nice.
this
Mom's
next
still
round,
around?
it's gonna kick one way or the other.
My mom's in Arizona.
So you give yourself and your offense that
Her
lack
mom
that
is still in
explosion
Palestine.
you've become accustomed to.
God bless.
The time they've clearly needed for these drives to stack up and make points.
I wish I had my mother-in-law longer than I had my mother.
Well, my mother-in-law is going to be 92.
See Bryce Dornberg, the freshman, back to receive. As
My mom's going to be 94 in
was
December.
once cut from his soccer team as a
Wow.
teenager.
And
Picked up
she's the
football
one in
just to stay in
Arizona.
shape.
She's a smart woman. She doesn't deal with the winter.
Big 12.
You see misses her yard here, the summer's here. She lived here for 92 years, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
She loved it. It
Here come the Cats.
was the only town she lived in.
Yeah, my mother-in-law refused to give up where she lived. She died in her bed. We tried to get her when we all moved out of there. We tried to get her to move with one of us, and she's like, no, this is where I'm going to die. And she did.
My father-in-law died at home.
Target zone that's gotten smaller and smaller for defenders and tacklers.
My wife Aunt died at home.
condensation pops off the equipment too. Like a big
The other three brothers
tailor made for
from
high def.
Frank's side, my father-in-law's side, and I knew, all died in a hospital.
I'm just hoping not to die violently, Kurt. Yeah. My mother-in-law made us promise if she got that information to just let her go home and have hospice, and that's what we did. She didn't want to die in a hospital.
So far, they stay in the pocket. There have been instances around.
My dad went into the hospital nursing home thing for 6 months. He never got to come home.
That was one of my girlfriend's dads. I think it's funny that it's Kansas State playing Kansas.
Yeah.
From an Amish guy. Amish gerbils, I do love them.
You're a single high safety look, man-to-man coverage. You see the man in the corner on the outside, and he just beats it clean off the line of scrimmage. An outstanding by Avery Johnson.
I am almost done with all my coffee today, Kurt.
What's that?
I'm almost done with all my coffee. I usually have 3 cups. And then I switch over to tea. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I gave up on soda.
I never cared for soda. But I had 32 ounces of coffee.
Legacy Motorflags got that situation. I'm with you.
Yeah, I had a very bad soda problem. At one point,
Let's let the players decide.
one of my coworkers goes to me, she goes, "Do you have kidney
across
stones?"
the goal line,
Like, no.
and then drops it. That's
No
always the
question.
coaching point that
She's
I
like,
make.
"You drinking
If
everything
you're
amount of
gonna
Coca-Cola." I'm
right,
surprised
go
you
over
don't.
and make it say, hey,
The
understand
only
this is an emotional game. You
thing
just
I
made a
can
big
drink
play.
like I
We
drink
need to
beer.
secure every pass and ball
I can
into the
drink
end zone to
Dr.
close
Pepper.
this out.
Okay.
I can sit, give me a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. I can sit out,
No margin for error left for Jalen Daniels.
smoke, and I can drink Dr. Pepper like I drink beer.
The nature of this offense gonna have to change.
Yeah, I was always a Coke or a Cherry Coke kind of girl.
What we've seen all day, the big
But it got way too expensive. It's more expensive than beer buying 2 cases now.
To Kansas 15-30.
If I'm going to spend that amount, I'm going to get good beer.
And it's been a slow trickle down the field for Kansas to get points on the board. Yes, you've got to kind of start to take the governor off this thing. No pun intended. Make this happen. The Governor's Cup on the line. Better part of a generation. It's living there now.
Are you a Bears fan?
I am a Packers fan.
I'm sorry?
I am not.
We have seen LeSean Williams a bit today, the senior from Chicago, but this has been High Shot's moment.
I'm a Bears fan, but if the Bears lose, I'm a Packers fan. I don't like the Lions.
Nobody does. Or the Vikings.
Shoots it left and complete. Shy of the line of the game. Becca's got a catch.
Well, half of Wisconsin likes the Vikings.
Tempo on this drive right now as they can pick it over.
It's just Green Bay to Milwaukee that are Vikings fans. Everybody else to the
35 in the spot.
left of there are pretty much Vikings fans.
Yeah. It's a huge rivalry, just as big as the Bears and Packers rivalry.
Looks like we'll get just that. In this frame, Kansas State with 2 touchdowns. The Jayhawks only a field goal. 5-minute company.
I don't know what goes on here at night, but it gets sticky.
It'll take everything that Davies and Latold have left to snap the droughts on a rainy day in Lawrence.
You know, if I was half a block away, I could easily sit here for 4 or 5 months.
Your wife would be coming here and telling you to come home.
Ponvory is
No,
approved
it
for the
went up.
treatment of relapsing forms of
It's
multiple
not a half a
sclerosis
block
in
away from here.
adults.
It wouldn't matter.
Ponvory lowers the number of white blood cells,
Very true.
lymphocytes, in your blood. Usually, this will return to normal within 1 to 2 weeks of stopping treatment.
Get home
Ponvory
safe
can
and
increase
I'll
the
be
risk of
here
serious
next
infections that can be
Saturday.
life-threatening and may cause death. Ponvory
I'm
can
not
cause your
worried
heart
about
rate to
getting
slow
home
down,
safe.
especially after you take your first dose.
My
Do
car
not take
knows where it's
Ponvory if
going.
in the last 6 months you had a heart attack,
Has its
unstable
own
angina,
GPS,
stroke,
right?
or other severe heart conditions, including certain
I
types
know.
of abnormal heart rate. The most common side effects
Tell
of
her, Mom,
Ponvory
we're
include
going home.
upper respiratory tract infections, elevated liver enzymes, and high blood
You have a
pressure.
good rest of your
Starting
day.
treatment with Ponvory will begin with the starter pack.
Same
Ask
here,
your
Kurt.
doctor about Ponvory or visit ponvory.com to learn more. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
They all want the Emirates NBA Cup.
Big Chief.
30 teams, 6 groups.
Thank you guys. Sorry, I can't ignore the customer. Especially one that comes in just to see me.
The rest will be left behind.
But thank you all for being in here. Rosie's be right back. See what I missed. Trying to think of where to put you guys. Stay right there for a second. Okay, thank you. I'm sure nobody wanted to see urinals and bathrooms. What's up, Big Chief?
Start with just the right amount of energy for both of us as we go to the fourth quarter.
Okay, I think I am all caught up.
17 is the number they're looking for.
Did Pink leave, or is he still here?
Daniels wants some ground to make it. It's a four-man rush. They set up the screen. Pickett's got it with blockers. First down in midfield. Rex Van Ly wraps up the tackle, but not before. They get a drive started with 14 yards on that screen.
If Pink's not here, Big Chief, you missed out. He was choosing violence left and right.
Search for explosives.
Okay, we need to bring toilet paper in there.
Denied. Clay Moss and VJ Payne in coverage there. A pass breakup.
Oh God, we got another one. What is this, pinkitis? Everybody's pink taco. Let's all stand in solidarity with Pink. I'm Pink Taco. It's hilarious. Mountain fuckers are going to have a hard time trying to decipher which one of us is really Pink Taco. We're all Pink Taco. Right, Rosie? I mean, us girls could totally claim Pink Taco because we have pink tacos, right? I love that how a room freshener in the boys' bathroom still doesn't make a shit bit of difference. It still smells bad. And I don't even know if the boss fixed the toilet. Somebody broke the chain so it couldn't flush. There might be a paper clip involved in that fixing.
To set up 4th and 10 here for the Jayhawks. Timeout, Kansas, before they take it. With 14 minutes and change, it's way too early to say this could decide it. I mean, this feels like a play.
Sing it, girl. Be proud of who you are. We should all get like t-shirts and stuff saying I'm Pink Taco. Or I'm with Pink Taco and have them, you know, standing next to some of the people we know here in the community. That would be funny. I think even Pink would approve. Right now, everybody go to Teespring, make a Pink Taco shirt. I bet I could find a printed out Pink Taco shirt if I Googled it. Okay. That smokes. Where the hell? Oh. Hold the sour cream. Angel, you are nothing but extra cheese on that taco. Damn, I've been live for 2 hours. Doesn't even feel like it. I still need to stand on a corner during a warm day with a sign in a bikini saying, "Have you seen my pink taco?" I still think that would be funny. I bet I could enlist Joe Cool to film that shit. He's standing there somewhere in the hood with the sign, "Have you seen my pink taco?" Damn it, why do I think of these things when it's cold? Right, Rosie? Usually I end things when I have a customer come in, but I knew he wouldn't stay that long. And today's only college ball, so if anything, people will come in for the bigger NFL game than they do for the college ball around here. But it is funny, Friday nights, everything goes dead here because of the high school football team. Everybody's there watching the game. So the community definitely supports their high school football teams out here. I am happy that Angel woke up and joined the party. I'm going to have to go and look at my message from Pink. Because Pink finally replied. I'm almost going to bet that I have a middle finger coming towards me. I'll be surprised if it's an actual message. We have a hospital here, so if you guys hear the sirens going off, that was an ambulance. There's a hospital not too far from here. I try to avoid it because I don't like those kind of needles getting poked with. And plus, one of my tattoos could probably get me into a lot of trouble there because it's a Catholic hospital and I have a bad religion tattoo, which they wouldn't have known if I didn't put their logo, which is a cross that has a no around it. So, people tend to think I'm an atheist when I just love punk rock. I didn't design The band logo. But they have some amazing shirts. I should have bought this one shirt, but the thing that stopped me from buying it at Riot Fest this year is that it was white. And I have another Bad Religion shirt that says just say fuck you because it's a song called Fuck You. And white and me are not friends. We're just not friends. Oh, he stopped. I was going to say, speaking of the local football team, there's a kid who is coming to visit one of his teammates. And he's got pads and stuff on, so I don't know if there's practice on Saturday. DRI. Are you talking about dirty, rotten imbeciles? Because even though it's a tramp stamp, I'm a little proud of you in this moment. Please confirm. It is dirty, rotten imbeciles. I love dirty, rotten imbeciles. That's how I knew what DRI is. It was weird in that era. There was DRI, there was MOD, method of destruction, SOD, which was up for debate on if it was speak English or die. Yeah, I don't remember what SOD was. Oh, that's cool. Problem solved. I would never wear it, but I love it. I love shirts. I love t-shirts. You know, I mean, I guess I should be more into like clothing because I'm a girl, but I love funny shirts. You guys have seen, I bought a Pac-Man shirt last year because some idiot was going around YouTube calling me Pac-Man. They thought it was an insult, but it turned out to be actually a cool thing for me because I love Pac-Man, and there's a friend that I'm friends with that we have an ongoing joke about Pac-Man. So, I'm a little more partial to dresses now, Rosie, but young Batman would fight tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. You are not putting me in a dress. I know some of us females have our leverage of words, and they vary. And some of the words are kind of well, they are disgusting. But the worst thing you could have called me as a kid was a girl. Oh, them were fighting words. Yeah, I had one dress, Rosie, that was like blue velvet and they had lace. And once I couldn't fit into it anymore, I rejected all dresses after that. My poor mother. She used to have to bribe me with food to get me to wear certain clothes. Because once the 90s hit, it was just jeans, a flannel, and a concert shirt. It hasn't changed much. I'm still wearing the flannel shirt, as you guys can see. I'm wearing jeans today. Just no concert shirt. I did wear one yesterday, though. Yeah, same, Rosie. In the line of work that I used to do, wearing a dress would not have been practical in that situation. It would have gotten torn. There would have been a lot of, yeah, no. Maybe now. I guess I could wear a dress here. I just, no. Ooh, look, everybody, airplane. Zoom out. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I gotta face Pink's double fingers. And who knows, hopefully it'll get a little better as the day wears on. It's going to be weird when I go back to the house I stay at because nobody's going to be there. There's a Halloween party. My mom's always held out hope, D. Johns. I fear that now as an adult, me wearing dresses, she's looking down going, thanks, I have to be dead to enjoy this. I'm almost pretty sure of it. You people don't know what I had to go through to put that girl in a dress, kicking, screaming, crying. It was a mess. So I really hate this plane above me. I'm hoping it's one of the rich people in the town from the town over, because the only other thing it could be is reconnaissance to see who's in the area. Because there it is again. Made a big, huge loop that way. Again, I do not live near an airport. So like O'Hare, one of the world's biggest, is probably a good hour away from here. Midway, probably another hour and 45 minutes, depending on traffic and construction. So the only thing that flies around here normally are rich people planes, but it's hard to determine which are the rich people from the town over and which are the people trying to see what's in the area. $420 because that's what's up. How are you today, 420? How is beautiful California? We need the report. I think Pink abandoned us. Pink, did you rage quit? I mean, Angel? Oh, you're still there. So we're on a 2-hour, 10-minute live 420 at my job, which is dead at the moment.
An easy way to neutralize all of those blitzes we saw in the prior.
Can I get you a drink, 420? Do you have a specification? I have a plethora of alcohol. I love to give out Malort, but you're not anywhere close. And a rousing cornucopia of beer and White Claw and Heinz. Well, thank you, Rosie. I like bars like this, too. Don't get me wrong, I like busy bars, but I also like the dive bars.
He's been slippery. He's been physical. Adds more to his total. He's going to follow his puller from right to left, but watch the cut at the second level. Gets up, gets in space, and gives DJ Graham the stanky leg.
Gave him the stanky leg.
Working up a lather up front right now. This is the kind
What?
of you dream of. A bunch of big guys sitting in a dark offensive line meeting room, hoping to get the chance in a rivalry game to ball up that fist. Go out there.
See, I'd love to give you that 420, but unfortunately, I don't live in that kind of an area. The fact that I have Pacifico and Dos Equis is kind of surprising.
Give Kamara the tackle there to make him snap it again.
I have lime. I have salt. I just don't have your Clamato.
Discipline. If you're Bengali Kamara, if you're Trey Lathan, to keep an eye out for the quarterback.
Yeah, I hear you, 420. It's less of a hangover, right?
Walk in if all of a sudden you start to over-index on that rushing attack. Do simple better.
On a hot summer day, I either like a Corona with lime, extremely cold and salt, or a 312. Either or.
I know we talked about Jim Zabrowski on the other side being the math major, but this was an easy math problem for Kansas State on this side of the ball. Everyone over to the right side of the formation. We got light numbers from the left side of the formation. It paints a clear picture for you.
Is that your choice, Rosie? You like vodka drinks? It was funny because I started off with vodka because of screwdrivers. And there's this one drink that I make with absolute raspberry. So I get a martini glass. I don't have all the components here, but I get a martini glass. I use, ooh, yikes. We got to clean that. I get a martini glass. I rim it with sugar, like the, almost like the sugar in the raw, but bar sugar. And I usually get pink because I'm using raspberry absolute, cranberry juice, and a splash of pineapple juice. I throw it in a mixer, I shake it, and then I pour it into there. Ooh. So good. And yes, I need to clean that thing. That is disgusting. I like cooking with wine, but I don't like really drinking it, Rosie. I still wish, though, the year that Riot Fest was doing box of wines, oh my God, the level of drunk my girlfriend got that year was greatness. She's a bartender and she's Irish, so she can put away a lot of alcohol, but that girl was trashed. Hello? Yes, they didn't want to talk to me. Don't want to talk to you either. That makes sense, Rosie. And you know, one of the best things you can do for losing weight is take a lot of walks. Cardi keeps me really thin because of the walks that we do. And then sometimes, like today, I could have Ubered here, but I decided to walk to work. And usually at the end of my shift, I'll walk to the grocery store down the street, which is like a 10-15 minute walk. And then I will, take a cab home sometimes. Or I'll climb up Death Mountain, walking home, depending on how cold it is, warm it is. Walking's very good for you. It's like one of the most basic exercises. If I'm not one of those people who can go into a gym and use machines and stuff like that, but that is something that stems from arguments I had with my children's father. So it's more aimed at him why I look at it so negatively. So for years I would either walk. The jobs that I did always had me running around lifting heavy things, so there was that. And then I used to love, before my heart attack, to ride my bike. And I never rode like a mountain bike where you could switch the gears. I love dirt bikes. Oops, sorry, I'm thinking I'm on me. I love dirt bikes. So you can't change the gear. I think that's more of a workout because you're stuck in one particular gear. So before my heart attack, oh my God, my calves were so strong. My stamina was off the chain. Off the chain. I miss riding my bike. Especially now that I found my dyno that I've been looking for years. I just got to convince my girlfriend's kids to sell it to me and how much.
easy look, and now inside the goal line is
I should message her. Not because of the bike. I haven't messaged her in a minute.
makes his way onto the field. He's lined up at that X receiver out at the left side.
There you go. You know, I mean, just start off small, and I've always walked everywhere. In my younger years and my adult life, I lived in the city, so things were a lot more closer. So I was always walking to a corner store to go get smokes, whatever. And it just never bothered me. I have friends who drive and they're like, I could never walk the way that you do. I'll take like an hour or two walk if I have to. If I don't have the money for the Uber, I don't have the money for the Uber, you know. But it's a lot harder to do that around here. And that's why I want to go back home, because if I live in a specific spot at home, I'm close to everything. Even if I don't have Uber money, but I have money to go to the store and get what I need to get, I can still walk back and forth.
Well, hey, you give mom something to smile down on one side. For her freshman son, Lincoln Jarrett, only right as Kansas State looks to shut the door on this rivalry game.
Oh my God, Angel. So, yeah, if I had anything to tell you and what you could do to gain that, is definitely walking. Walking's very healthy for you. I was never a runner. I hated running. If I had to, I ran. But, I mean, if it was a choice, not at all.
Extra point added to their total. 4:17 remaining. And as the skies open in Lawrence, the K-State rain will continue.
Oh my goodness. Go team! I've even it's funny as the years go on how my taste changes. Like, I'm not a big pie person. I like cake. I always make the joke that I'm a fat kid who loves cake, because, come on. But, like, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I swapped out a lot of my sweets for, like, either yogurt or fruit. Tonight I'm thinking about getting some fresh mozzarella, some tomatoes, some fresh basil, and some balsamic glaze, and sprinkle some salt and fresh cracked pepper on that olive oil. Oh my gosh, I could eat just that. I would be happy with just that.
I'm a big rock.
But I got to involve a protein in that, and that's where I'm having the problem. Tiff!
And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll.
Got to get my ass back to work. I'm at work, girl, so I totally sympathize. Thank you for stopping by, hitting that like. Please show a finger to Pink Taco, a.k.a. Angel or Rosie Things.
AT&T's been
Angel, you're just
America's
gross.
call since 1876.
That doesn't even make
Been around
sense.
that long, you can spot a hustle coming from a mile away. T-Mobile is the master of breaking promises.
I would hope so, Rosie. I would hope so.
America's most reliable.
Oh, that's funny.
Right, Graham?
Where is
When
my...
you compare, there's no
Oh.
comparison. Plain talk, strong signal, nothing better.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited
But yeah,
debit
I
means we earn more
had to
flexible
change
wallet.
the way I was eating after the heart attack. And at first, I was like totally religious, eating a lot of turkey, chicken, fish. And I ate so many turkey burgers the year of my heart attack, Rosie, that when Thanksgiving came, I looked at turkeys and I was like, I don't want that. So I made a ham! My doctor does tell me that I can have certain things, but in moderation. I can't constantly, but I've always tried to watch a little in what I eat. I've always been very big on vegetables and fruit to begin with. And it's a different sugar.
Efficient
X Havoc, welcome in.
With his legs to start and finish the day, with his arm in the middle.
And I try to cook things at home, be it healthy or not. The other day I threw up a short, I believe, or a video, I don't even remember, of me making a meatball sub. Because sometimes I want to eat those things, but they're highly expensive to go and buy. When I was done with that, my girlfriend's husband's like, man, if you were to go and get that at like any beef stand, that'd be an easy $17, $18 sandwich. And I'm like, right? And it didn't even cost me that. I think it cost me like $10 to make that whole sandwich, if I remember correctly, because the bread was like $2.99. Then the meat for the meatballs was, I don't know, $5.99, so that was $6, $7, $8. And then I had the cheese, so I didn't have to pay for that. I had the spaghetti sauce that I used, or I'm sorry, not the spaghetti sauce, the pizza sauce. It's this stuff called Pasqualelli's, something like that. So I had that at home. So yeah, it cost me less than $10 to make that meatball sub.
You brought your brisket from last night to breakfast today, my friend. You bring it down to the lobby buffet, you ask him to mix it in with the eggs. It's shameful that I even had
It's always a good day, X Havoc. That's always a good day. Nobody likes that weird rabbit fucker. Once X Havoc, I don't know if you remember or saw this. I don't remember if it started in my live or if it started in Angel's live, but he wanted me to sing him happy birthday. No. Oh my God. Now you're getting 420 in on that? It's probably for the better, Rosie. Probably for the better. Michael used to come into both our lives, Rosie. So you know who Michael is.
A season high for takeaway, and they visualize these. Another tip drill interception. Just up over the outstretched hands of Pickett. Maldonado, the former captain.
Oh my goodness.
Arizona, and you mentioned that visualization. We talked to Joe Klanderman, the defensive coordinator, said on Friday nights they try and find NFL and college.
Done with coffee.
Similar situations to the ones other guys are going to be in, making turnover worthy.
Now I think it is definitely
And ever since they started doing that, the turnovers have come in numbers. They talk about it all the time. They said one of the Des Purnell interceptions from the other week was the exact same clip from an NFL game that they had showed him. And so we'll have to wait until after to find out if that was the case yet again. Reserve opportunities to be had here. Elston, junior freshman,
I envy you, Rosie, things. More recently, I was going through my YouTube channel and going, God, I haven't gone to this channel in a while, and just got rid of some of the stuff that I was following before. And it wasn't anybody specific, you know, in our community. It was more stuff that I may have found a video or two cute and sent a subscribe, and now I no longer go to that channel and watch those things. Lately, I've been on a lot of other different kind of lives, Rosie.
To win the toss, to defer, to kick it away and force If the story of the day was, hey, this
oh
was
my God, that's awesome. Ecstatic.
Understand that as an opening salvo. Instead, completely different in terms of the blowout for the Raiders.
That would totally fuck his shit up.
Well, they had plenty of opportunities, but credit to Kansas State for absorbing every blow and coming.
Everybody's Pink Taco today, X Havoc. You could be Pink Taco. We've all already established we're making shirts. I am Pink Taco. Right, Rosie? Yeah, and according to those weird mountain fuckers, everybody's pink taco. You probably have. You probably have, Rosie. They used to come into both our chats, like maybe about, I don't know, Angel, what would you say, like about 2 years ago now? Has it been like a couple of years since?
Unlike some drugs for bipolar 1 disorder, nausea, vomiting, and restlessness are not common with Fanapt. Fanapt may be associated with serious side effects. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis treated with antipsychotics.
Your guess is as good as mine, Rosie. They're obsessed with us all. We're horrible people, even broccoli. I mean, could you imagine calling broccoli a bitch? I call broccoli many things, but never something so vile as that. But then again, I love broccoli. Right? I mean, how are you going to do that? One of the nicer people on YouTube. But I've seen some twisted stuff. I did not think that far ahead. Huh. That did not work. No, it's called protecting your people. And until I know if you're my people or not, determines on if you're blue or not. Yeah. That's about sums it up, X-Havoc. That about sums that up. Trolls are gonna troll. You know, Big Chief? Trolls are gonna troll. It's when you meet the trolls in real life that are more interesting. Well, instead of coming in and saying hi, chat, or specifying somebody that you're here to speak to, like others do, you come in with a comment like that and you have that as a question. I don't think I need to answer that. I don't answer questions. Right? Probably. They mad. I may not have very many on my channel, but I definitely have more than 250 subscribers. Right? Well said. I'm trying to keep you guys where I can see you. Oh, the pink tacos. I don't think they are. What would be awesome is if we showed up somewhere like the Million Man March, the Million Taco March.
It was supposed to be the year that the long streak came to a close, but really a new foundation was laid.
That would be hilarious.
17 years of K-State dominance over James. Welcome to Big 12 College Football post-game hosted by Geico. Left there here to the first place for the Crews as we 42-17. We're going to recap this game. We're going to speak to a player momentarily. The game started off perfect for Kansas. Rain was falling, the crowd was going crazy at Barnes. They forced a turnover on that opening kickoff. They scored, and then after that was an onslaught. Avery Johnson and the star wide receiver, Jace Brown, who is joining us now live out there in Lawrence. Jace, you got me okay? Yes, sir, I do. Jace.
Only juicier.
Sunflower Showdown. You had 96 2 years ago, 98 last year, and then 160 yards today and a touchdown. I just got to ask you, how good does it feel to make this?
If you really wanted to make it good, X Havoc, you should have chose the word more moist. I don't know why that word triggers people, but
Jace, what up, man? Good to cruise here. Congratulations on your huge, man. 4 catches.
it could have been that. I have some Timu Charlie Kirk fans now because I got in his face a couple of weeks ago. So they like to hop in here. Which is funny. I love the video of at the end of the night, this guy who's trying to convince us that he wasn't with them, and then as soon as Cam and Nick started walking away from us, calling them bitches, they turned around and the dude started following them. And it's kind of funny because dude had to be close to 40, and these are like 23-year-old kids he's following and supporting. And if he thinks at the end of the day that they're going to support him, end of the day, they'd totally throw him under a bus. Hold on, I gotta check something. Okay. And I'm back. Thank you for putting up with me, people. Did you really? What? Our interaction with him? Did you really, X, have it? Because that's pretty cool. Thank you. I love shouting at that dude. You're not with him, but yet you're with him, right? Because he went flying as soon as they went leaving, because he was arguing with us. And then he kind of just walked away because he saw his boys leaving him.